welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new. I am so happy to have you here. Welcome, my name is Georgia and today I'm going to be doing another uni Q&A, which has been a little bit of a series every year that I have started and gone back to university. I've been studying at uni for 4 years now, and this year is my final year, my final semester. I graduate in the middle of this year, which is just insane to me and a little bit stressful, but very exciting. And for a lot of you, you've probably come along for my entire uni experience. I know a lot of you guys are at uni yourselves and have probably found some of my content through uni related stuff, which is so exciting. And I hope that you guys are all doing well with your degrees and with heading back to uni. I'm assuming most of you guys are in the same boat. But basically every year I do a bit of a uni Q&A. I put it out to you guys on my Instagram, which I'll pop over here. It is just _Georgia with 2 A's, Kate, and I see what you guys want to know about university, whether you're first year, just starting out, just starting uni, or whether you've been here for 2, 3, 4 years or more. I always love seeing what questions you guys want me to answer, and here is another installment, another year, and possibly the last one, which is so freaky. But to be honest, probably won't be. I'll probably be back at some stage, whether that's next year or the year after, or in 10 years time. That's enough rambling. I am gonna go through all of these questions. I've screenshotted them all and I'm just gonna go through and answer a whole bunch of them. There are so many to go through, but sit back, relax, and I'm gonna answer all of your uni related questions. A lot of the questions were around balancing. So how do you schedule time for different areas of your life? How do you balance uni and work? How do you keep motivated, work, study life balance, all of that kind of thing. And honestly, it comes down to being organized. Could not get through uni if I was not organized. As most of you probably know, I have a lot of commitments. I live a pretty busy life and I love it. Yes, it definitely is challenging, and the only way that I kind of find balance or give my time to all those different areas is through organization. So each week I'll sit down and I'll work out where my time is going to be going that week. I do actually have a bit of like a rough schedule, so I know the things that I need to do each week. I need to go to work, I go to uni, so I have uni classes, and then I have study on top of that. I see my boyfriend, I see my friends, I do YouTube and social media work, I go to the gym, I train, so I kind of know where my time is going, but each week obviously little bits change. But basically I write down all the things that I want to fit into my week realistically. You know, I don't have time to see my friends every single night of the week, even though I wish I could, but that's just kind of not realistic with what I do. But yeah, kind of just writing down where your time is going to go and then fitting it into your week. You got to push and shove a little bit, but I honestly believe if you want to put something in your week, if you want to have time for it, you can. No matter how busy you are, you make time for things that you want in there. So I guess that's kind of how I've balanced a relationship and doing all the things that I do. Committed to doing that, so I'm gonna make time for it, if that makes sense. How to keep up to date. Start early. I am a huge advocate for starting early, and you've probably heard your lecturers and your tutors and all that stuff talk about starting early, but it's honestly the easiest way to keep up to date and know when assessments and quizzes and stuff are due, and doing a little bit ahead of time so that it's not so stressful in this 1 week where you've got 3 assignments due, you've got all your classes still to catch up on. And I guess you just have to be a little bit strict with yourself and kind of say, all right, well today I'm going to sit down, I'm going to watch this lecture, and then I'm going to have a break, and then I'm going to do this tutorial, and then I'm going to watch this lecture kind of thing. I actually have like a little list of all the classes that I have each week and all the work that I need to get done in that week, and I'll cross it off so that I know that I've done it, I know what needs to be done. And then once I've done all that, sometimes I'll start the week after, so I'll start doing some readings for next week just so I'm up to date and I'm a little bit ahead. How keen are you for our grad day? I'm so flippin' keen, also very nervous, but so excited. This one's from my friend Sarah, who is studying psychology with me. Honestly, if I did not have Sarah at uni, think I would cry, like honestly. And I'm so lucky, because when I started my degree, I started mid-year, so I was switching between year levels all the time, and I didn't really have like a set group of friends. They would change every semester, and as soon as I met Sarah, we've kind of like gone at the same pace and we get to graduate at the same time. So I'm very excited. Fingers crossed I get to graduate with the psychology part of my degree because that is where my friends are. Advice for first years. It's been a little while since I've been there. Honestly, I think just embrace all that uni is. It's not for everyone, so be kind to yourself and just do your best. That's all you can ask for of yourself. You get out of uni what you put in. So if you immerse yourself and, you know, really try to make friends and get out of your comfort zone, then you're gonna get some really cool things out of uni. And also just like be yourself, be confident. Everyone else is in the same boat as you. I used to get so nervous talking to people in first year and it's still like daunting now, but everyone's in the same boat. Just be yourself and do your best. That's honestly the best advice I could give. How do you study your content heavy subjects? Okay, so this one kind of depends on what it is, I guess. I would just say staying on top of things. So I'll make like flashcards every week for the content that I've learned that week and make sure that, you know, I am not falling behind, because if you miss 2 weeks, you're really putting yourself in a really stressful position. So for my content heavy subjects, they get a little bit more of my time, a little bit more of my energy. If I don't understand something, I ask. I look at like educational videos and stuff on YouTube that explain stuff. Like if it's real chemistry based, I get very confused. So I Google videos explaining the chemical processes and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I guess it just depends in what way it's content heavy, I guess. But I don't have like a magic answer because sometimes those content heavy subjects really catch up on you. What preparation are you doing to finish your degree? Absolutely none. I don't really know what preparation I can do. I guess like preparing to get a job and stuff, but I don't know what the next step is, and that's kind of just where my energy is lying at the moment. Being kind to myself and not stressing too much about the future, and just kind of, I don't know, making an educated decision on what my next step is, but I'm not stressed to make that decision, if that makes sense. So yeah, not really any prep because I don't know where I'm going to be in 6 months time or a year. Super scary, but also super refreshing. I have so many pathways open to me, but I'm definitely gonna wait and make sure that I'm making the right decision before I do it. How does someone even go about finding work after finishing their degree? Couldn't tell ya. Still at uni, still have my part-time job, have not looked for full-time work, and I don't know when I'll be getting a full-time job. So a lot of questions yet to be answered. How do you prioritize your mental health well-being through the busyness? I really like this question, and I think it's super important, especially when you're at uni. It's stressful, it's a lot sometimes, but your mental well-being is always way more important. I don't know, doing a reading or whatever, in my opinion anyway. So I know for me this works, and it might be different for you, but find something that does work with your schedule and your lifestyle. I have Sundays every single week off. I started doing this about 1.5 years ago. My business is actually closed on Sunday, so we never will work on a Sunday. So I know that I'll never get called into work on a Sunday. And I kind of just decided it was a really good day to have off, to not be thinking, to give my brain a little bit of a break and just kind of reset. Normally Sundays are like my cleaning day. I'll go to the beach, I'll hang out with my boyfriend, I'll hang out with friends, and it's just my day to do whatever I want. That has been such a big step in improving my mental well-being at uni. Still gonna get stressed, still get overwhelmed during the week, but being kind to yourself and making sure you're doing something for you every single day, whether that's going for a walk after your uni classes or whatever, that's probably my biggest tip and the biggest thing that's helped me. How to not put so much pressure on yourself or worry about grades too much. Definitely very relevant. I get performance anxiety, so I get really stressed if I need to be getting a certain GPA or getting a certain grade in a class. And honestly, it's taken me years to realize that all you can do is your best. And in every single subject, I give my best. I do all that I can do. And some of them I don't do so well. Some of them I do really well, and that's okay. I'm not stressed about grades. Obviously, I do want to do my best in everything and get good grades, but to me, it's just about learning and getting the most out of the subject. So yeah, you got to be kind to yourself. Just do your best, and that's all you can ask for. Tips on choosing a course. This is another big one, and I'm no expert because when I started uni, literally I started thinking I was going to be a speech pathologist, started doing the subjects for speech pathology and realized it was not for me, changed courses, went to a different uni, and then added on another degree on top of that. So I've done a little bit of switching. I think not putting so much pressure on yourself to figure out what you're going to do for the rest of your life, my biggest tip would just be to find something that you're interested in, somewhere where your passions kind of lie. That's what I did. I worked out what subjects I really liked in high school and then kind of thought of jobs I could do that kind of related to those subjects. So like health, biology kind of stuff was what I was interested in personally. But also know that like uni's not for everyone. If you want to do something that has nothing to do with uni, go for it. There's so many options and I feel like there's so much pressure to go to uni, and even though I did go to uni, I'm not like a huge advocate for everyone going to uni. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I would just say if you're going to uni and you don't know what to study, study something you're interested in and that you get excited to learn about kind of thing. That was kind of like what my justice degree. I'm super interested in criminals and the law and all that kind of stuff. So I started studying justice, and I'm not necessarily going to get a job in justice straight away, but it's where my passions lie. So who knows, one day I might get a job in the justice field. That's the only kind of guidance I can think to give. How do you take notes in lectures? So pretty much for me, I will just write extra things that the lecturer says. Kind of depends on the lecturer too. You know how some of them just read from the screen? They're a little bit harder to take notes, but if you've got a really cool lecturer that kind of goes off track from the slides, I just start writing notes on what they're saying and I type. I don't write because I write like a grandma. It's just not efficient for me to write things down. Print my slides out into like 6 on a sheet and then I just write little notes around them and make little diagrams and whatever to help me understand. And then if they're really messy, I'll go back and write like condensed notes. Kind of depends on the lecturer and the style of the subject too. Do you regret doing the justice part of your dual degree? Not at all. As I said before, it was one of my passions when I started, still is, even though I don't think I'm going to be getting a job in that field, you know, going in that direction. I'm still going to use that knowledge in whatever pathway I end up in. So not at all. I've learned so much from my justice degree. Still a passion of mine. So very, very glad that I did it. I'm gonna have a degree in 2 things that I'm passionate about. Is prac scary? How much responsibility do they give you? Probably depends on the degree and, you know, the type of placement that it is. I don't know anything about nursing placements or anything like that, but for me, my placement was not scary at all. It was my old high school, so I kind of knew a bit going into it. The people were just so lovely. I couldn't have asked for a better placement. Like, I just had such a good support system around me. They really supported me. It didn't make me stressed at all. They gave me tasks, and so a lot of the time I was kind of just doing my own thing in my office, doing the tasks that I'd been set, but at the same time, if I had a question, if I needed help, I could just talk to my supervisor and it was all good. So they do give you quite a bit of responsibility, but I guess it just depends where you go. I've heard some stories of some bad supervisors out there and yeah, some not so great placements, so I guess it just really depends. But don't be scared, honestly, just act confident. Go in there, give it your best shot, and that's all you can do. How have you dealt with doubts about your career and course choice? I guess it's taken me a while and it's still something that I'm working on, because I feel like in today's society, everyone's like, you need to go to uni, you need to get a full-time job after that. Like, there's no time to live. It's just like da. And for me, my course and like path isn't gonna go like that, and that's totally fine. It's honestly taken me so long to like, I don't know, convince myself that it's okay to not have a plan. I'm young, I'm only 21, I've got 2 degrees, probably gonna end up getting another one at some point, and I know that I will figure it out and I will have a job, and I won't stop finding my passion and, you know, my dream job until I've got it. It's a lot of self-talk, work within myself, but even still, like, I get people in my life that are like, oh, so you know, you're gonna get a job straight away, hey? And I'm like, no, probably won't, to be honest. I'm probably gonna have 6 months off and I'm happy with that. So my boyfriend's a little bit like that too. And that's just how some people are. I've learnt that, you know, some people are very like, these are the steps and you just get a job whether you like it or not. And you just, you know, you just work, and there's no time for like following your passions and that kind of stuff. You just need to be making money. But that's not my mentality at all, even though there's a lot of people in my life that have the opposite mentality to me. So I'm kind of learning to just be strong in my decisions, know that I'm doing this for me. My happiness is the most important thing. I'm gonna chase my dreams, my goals, and even though I don't know where I'm going, I know I'm gonna get somewhere, I'm gonna make a difference, I'm gonna enjoy doing it. I guess the moral of that is you've gotta have your own back. What's your fave part about uni? The coffee. The friends that I've made from uni, even though like I don't have a huge group of friends, the people that I've met are just absolute gems, and I know that I'm gonna have them in my life for a really long time. They're super special. Yeah, but uni hasn't been that much fun. Do you know what I mean? Actually, I don't know, I don't want to say that. It has been fun, but I'm not one of those people that thrive at university. I get very stressed, I get very anxious. It's just not where I'm like my happiest self, which is totally fine. It's not for everyone, but I'm very glad that I've done it. And the last question I'm going to answer is how to schedule time for different areas of your life. Kind of answered this one before, but it's honestly just being a little bit stricter with yourself and making those life decisions, those lifestyle decisions I should say, that are gonna facilitate where you want to go. You know, if you've got a boyfriend and you want to be seeing them 3 days a week, make it happen. Do you know what I mean? I get up an extra hour earlier so I've got more time in the evening to go see my boyfriend, or I'll do a little bit extra of my assignment one day so that I can go stay at his house that night, that kind of thing. Or like, I know I've got a big week of work, I've got quite a few shifts, so I'm going to do a little bit more work the week before, and just being really diligent and I guess strict with yourself, but also being kind to yourself. It's a fine line. I don't really have the answers. I'm trying my best. I hope that makes sense. But anyway, I have been talking for long enough and I am going to end off this video here. But I wanted to thank you guys for watching this video, and thank you for all of your support whilst I've been at uni. Like, I wouldn't be in this position now and be, you know, have gotten through my degree like I have if it wasn't for you guys, because I feel like I've honestly vlogged all the highs, all the lows of uni. You can go back and find my vlogs from when I first started. Don't mind my hair, it's a bit ridiculous. It's been a long journey and I'm just so grateful that I've had you guys here to share that with. Crazy that it's all coming to an end. I'm gonna say that a million times in the next 6 months. I'm so sorry. Thank you for watching. I hope you're having a lovely day. And if you're heading back to uni or you're back at uni, my thoughts are with you, sending you lots of positive energy. You've got this. It's gonna be a good year. It's time to prioritize our mental health and smash some goals. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you in my next video very, very soon. Bye guys.